Hey guys, welcome to the first Cultured Boys discussion. I'm Pepe and I'm joined by Nathan to discuss our top 5 gaming franchises of all time.
We should probably explain to anyone who decides to find our show, good or bad, welcome all again. We're not entirely sure what this show is, but we're just two guys who want to chat, and we chat a lot about being cultured. we like video games, we like anime, we like manga, we just kind of want to talk. And if you're down for that, thanks for listening, and maybe give us a like, a subscribe, or maybe don't. Either way, we're not bothered, I guess. That out of the way, let's jump into it. Top 5 gaming franchises. First of all, I may have cheated a little bit.
Okay.
I don't exactly. I've got 5, right? But one of them is sort of interchangeable because I wanted to have something from a specific genre, and I really, really, really wanted to include something from it. But I've got several games under that genre that I really like. So I couldn't really pick like one. So I guess on my list I have that as number 4. I don't actually have this properly thought out. I really like these franchises, but I guess the order can change a little bit. So I guess I'll just start with this caveat, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Like, there's no like particular rules to it, really. We're just talking about what like we like best. Like, let's just go crazy.
So for, I guess, number 5.
Yeah. Let's go number 5.
Is a racing franchise for me. Like, I love racing games, you know this, but it was really hard to pick like the one franchise because they all do different things, but I all like them. Like, I like them all the same. It's really hard because, like, originally I just put Need for Speed because, you know, I've played that a lot, especially the latest one, Need for Speed Heat. I played a lot. Need for Speed is a franchise I've played a lot of over the years, but it's like a real casual game, you know. Like, that's why I get all like, I have fun because it's like street racing.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, for racing games, I really like the Forza Horizon franchise.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good one. I love Forza.
Exactly, like, and I'm not even talking normal motorsport. Like, Horizon itself is what I wait for every time. Like, when they ever since the first one, I've been down. I've bought every single one. But this is what also makes it hard. Here's the kicker, yeah. There's actually a third one for this slot, and it's Outrun. And it's a dead franchise.
Ooh, okay.
But it's you know we get into this, and we're probably gonna get into it again, right? But Outrun. I would be remiss, right? I would really be dropping the ball if I was talking about racing franchises I really like and I didn't say Outrun. Now you understand my problem. They all do different things, and yet I can't pick one.
You can't pick one. Okay. Here's one for you, Nathan. It's quite interesting you've said Outrun for your number 5, because it is my number 5 as well.
Oh, come on. Okay. Here we go.
So, like, Outrun, like, I had the same dilemma as you. I haven't really played as many Need for Speed games as you. I've only played
Right.
The latest one was, I can't even remember the name of it. That's how much
for
of a
Speed
Need
Heat.
for Speed fan I am. I can't remember what game I played.
I mentioned it a couple minutes ago. That's fine.
You did.
That's fine.
It's
Don't listen to me, whatever.
Hold on, let me think.
Heat. I just said it again.
Heat.
Yeah, Need for Speed Heat. I even gave you the answer as I was lampooning you.
I'm still
about
trying to
the
think
answer.
of it.
Oh
I'm still trying to. Nah, Heat. Okay, cool. So the only Need for Speed. Need for Speed. The only Need
You're
for
coming
Speed
up with
game
new racing franchise.
But no. As I said, I haven't really played many Need for Speed games. And if anything, in terms of racing games, I've only really played a handful, like Project Cars I've played. Yeah, I know. That game I just couldn't get on board with. So
I think I've played the first and second one because they were like free on something. I think the first one I played on Xbox One, because it was like the games for gold, like the free game at one point. I did not enjoy that.
I just couldn't get into it. But yeah, like in terms of racing games, like, I haven't played that many, but Outrun has stood out the most to me, just because of all like everything about it, like the aesthetics of it, like the music. I know for a fact that you and me both absolutely adore the music in Outrun.
Oh mate, I love a bit of Splash Wave. Don't even.
Splash Wave. See, like Splash Wave is like one of my favorites, but what? Okay, like, here's my favorite though. It's Night Flight.
Oh, okay.
Like it's a weird like I think Splash Wave is the iconic one. That's the one that everyone goes to. It's your default one.
That's the default song, and honestly, I will die listening to that song. I've almost been in trouble so many times in real life from having that song on in the car.
Yeah, I've been in the car, if you know. I've been there when Splash Wave.
I forget, mate. I forget. Like, especially if you're playing that Splash Wave Euro mix, like the one they have from Outrun 2. Oh my god! Like,
I don't think I've actually heard that one.
I'm not even sure if it's. I don't even remember if it's actually 2 or if it's from Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. But there's like a Euro mix. I guess it's supposed to be almost like a Eurobeat-ish remix. But that one, dude, I think one time it came on in the car and I genuinely forgot whatever speed limit it was. I was probably going like twice as fast as I was supposed to.
When are we talking like Euro mixes here? Are we like saying like initial D kind of like Euro mixes?
Again, it's still Splash Wave, right? But in the game they just call it Euro mix. And it's a little it's got more, I guess it is supposed to sort of be almost Eurobeat-ish, because there is more like beats per minute or whatever. Like, it's faster and it's just more Splash Wave. Like, why would I not like that?
Yeah. But I think like the thing is with Outrun is I never actually played it that much until maybe about 10 years ago. When we just, I think it was me, you, and a couple other guys. We decided to go to an arcade in London.
Oh, mate.
And like, I think that's where my love for Outrun stemmed from, because in the arcade, I just jumped into this machine and I was like, bloody hell, this game is fantastic. Like, I think it was heart attack mode. You know, where you have to like do like all the drifts and whatever, like avoid the cars and like impress the girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this is good. Like, obviously you have to pay £1 every time you want to play as well. Pretty sure, like, I spent £5.
If you're lucky and you've got enough people and the machines are free and you've got that 4-player connect as well, like 4-player Outrun is,
mate, I can like get on board with that. That sounds so good.
Or if you've got a pristine machine, because Outrun machines get destroyed. They get wrecked. Like, do you remember that one time we went to an arcade and we were playing it? There was only 2 of them, but the brakes were stuck on one of the machines. So we would just, like, one person would lose constantly just because they couldn't go as fast as the other person. And I think one time I played a machine where the steering wheel was kind of busted. So you would have to go to full lock just to do any random turn. Like, and that was for any turn. There was no degrees of turn. You just had to turn.
Just had to keep going.
It's like playing a racing game on PC where you've just got the keyboard and there's no like analog system. You know, like you can't lightly push the button and it's like, oh, I'll turn, I'll bear to the left. It's just like, no, left. Smash into a wall.
I think it's worse like when the brake ain't working as well. Because like, the thing is about Outrun is that what makes it so good is when you get that drift on, like when you get that perfect.
But you can't because the brake is fucked.
If you can't hit the brake, then like, it's the whole drift system has gone out. That's gone, man.
Yeah.
The main point of the game where you get those perfect drifts is just like you might as well just give up. You might as well, like, you go get to like the third stage, and you might as well just be like, okay, cool, I'm done.
That's if you can get to the third stage.
Yeah, it depends if you go for the easy route.
Yeah, true. And I guess it depends on the person you're playing with. Like, because if they're good, they can drag your ass all the way through. You know, like, you might struggle, but they could probably get most of the way through. I think we were pretty decent. So, like, our group of friends and us, when we were playing on that machine with the stuck brakes. I think we did manage to finish many a time. It's just literally the other person with the working machine had to had to carry us the whole way essentially.
Oh man, it's good times, man. And what you mentioned before, the fact that it's a dead franchise, is the thing that makes me like the saddest about this. Is that both of us absolutely love this game, and it's more than likely that we will never see another version of it again.
It's probably because it's an arcade title. So as far as Sega's concerned, there's almost it probably doesn't seem like it's got enough evolution. Also because it uses Ferrari's license, like I don't think Sega can afford that anymore.
No.
Which is sad because Sega also own Atlas, so and that's the Persona franchise, and that will come up later. But don't you dare mess up Sega. I need more Persona in my life, okay? But again, I'm completely with you on that. I wish there was more Outrun. There's loads of like indie games that have come out that sort of try to fill that space, but they all try to do things like their own way.
Yeah. Guess they want to add like a spin to it. So
what was it? There was one that came out real like last year, and it made quite a big splash. Like everybody was on it because it also had that like retro game look. Like it was really polygonal. It almost looked like PS1 graphics, but it was obviously like higher res, but it still was sort of polygonal and stuff. And it had that Outrun feel, except the point was to win the race. So it wasn't like you were driving through a whole bunch of settings and it was like A, B, C, D, and you got to an ending and you tried to drift and do your best until you got to the end. It was literally like, it sort of had Outrun vibes, but it was a proper racing game. And then there was other ones that came out that's tried to do the whole like, here is a single stage and you try to drift and do whatever you can at the corners. Again, it's like these games came out and they had Outrun vibes, but nobody's really done Outrun. Like it's not Outrun the way that we know it. You start at the beginning and you work your way through and you've got different stages. It forks, you've got the easy stage, the hard stage. You can get to it's something like 8 endings or something, 8 different ending stages or something like that.
Is it 5? I can't remember which one it is. Is Outrun 2? There's 2 versions of it. Am I correct?
Yeah, because there's Outrun 2 and then there's 2 SP.
Yeah, and I remember I had the PSP version of that. And there was a mode where you can actually...
2006 Coast to Coast was the last Outrun we ever had.
Yeah, God.
And I still have my PS2 copy, and there are so many days I want to plug my PS2 in and play that for no reason besides I want it. I just want to... I mean, I think the actual last one we ever had was the Xbox Live Arcade Outrun Online, which we played a lot of, like together and with our friends. Like I think we went months playing that just all the time.
It's just like a free, like it's one of those ones where you just like, hey, we've got nothing else to do. You just want to chat and play Outrun, and it would just be there, and it was just like, it was good, man. It was good times.
Exactly, and now all I've got are memories and the soundtrack, of which I can't listen to anymore because it just gets depressing. Because I remember I can't play more Outrun.
I mean, weirdly enough, the latest Outrun that we have had is the original one that they brought back.
Oh yeah, but that's not the same.
It really doesn't feel the same.
That's not the same. Original Outrun, I feel like it depends on when you first played it, because like I feel like each generation is defined by a different Outrun. Like the people who had the original Outrun, that's what they consider is Outrun. But like for us, we grew up with Outrun 2 being the definitive arcade machine. The one, like, especially if you got enough money, and like sometimes they had those fancy ones that had the Ferrari body, and then like you pay £2 and it like moves and stuff, like it.
Oh god, yeah. I haven't actually tried that one. The one where it moves around and stuff.
I have actually played that one, and it's cool, but it also kind of sucks because if you've got enough money and 2 people, there's 2 steering wheels in it, and you think it's a Connect game. No, it's not. What happens is you drive to a like checkpoint, and then it's like, player 2, take over right now, and you're like, what? Excuse me?
Oh man, I don't like the idea of that. I like that just being like the one person.
Exactly.
Like, hand the control over to someone just doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah, and that's the only problem with that one.
I need to be responsible for my own actions.
Yeah, innit? I want to be drifting around my corner with my virtual woman.
Not some greasy glasses nerd that's like right next to me.
Yeah.
Nice one. Okay, cool. That's I think that's great. We're on the same page there, then, Nathan.
Yeah.
Well, you gave us 3 examples anyway. But
like I said, that one, I was actually hoping like through our discussion I would pick which one takes the slot, and I didn't get any closer. I do have a lot of passion for Outrun though. I'm not denying that, but it still isn't enough to be like, yes, Outrun is number 5.
Okay. So just a quick question for you then. Like,
Okay.
so out of those 3 games, if you had to get rid of one out of those 3, you had to just erase one from history, what would you go for? Like, you can keep the other 2.
I still can't pick. I actually can't.
It's like choosing between your children.
It literally is. Unfortunately, in this scenario, I think I'd have to pick Outrun because there's just no way to play it.
I love that we've spent the last 10 minutes going on that. Outrun's so cool.
Yeah.
Outrun's so cool. Which one do you get rid of? Outrun.
I know, but literally, like, if you think about it, yeah, Need for Speed, okay, it doesn't come out regularly and it's not always the best, but Need for Speed, I could turn on my PS4 right now and play that. Forza Horizon, I could turn on an Xbox and play that right now. I mean, I'd have to go and get it and plug it in, but I could still play that right now. Outrun, how am I playing that?
It's true. Yeah, you gotta go for some retro lengths to get on
Exactly.
Outrun.
Or I need to do some next whatever to get it to run, and in that sense, it would have to be Outrun. It pains me to say it, but the logic is flawless. Like, yeah, I don't know how else. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how else to do it.
I get that, man. I understand that. It's a very logical decision. It's a heartbreaking one, but I understand.
It is, especially because that means I'm killing Splashwave.
Yeah, you erase Outrun, you erase Splashwave. That's gone from history now.
I also feel like if I erase Outrun, I erase a large portion of my own history.
Yeah, it's just a blank.
It is. I spent a lot of time playing that, arcade and otherwise. And that was our number 5 picks for our top game franchises. If you enjoyed that, stick around. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe. Number 4 is coming up. See you later.